Okay guys, so I'm up close and personal today because as you read on the title, we are doing eyebrows. All eyebrows today with cleanup, the tools you'll need, what I do to do my eyebrows, what products I like to buy, the maintenance of it, the different outcomes with each tool that you might choose to use today, everything. I've already put primer on my face. My face is a little dry. I need to exfoliate because I have eczema right here. Y'all can see all this discoloration on my face from my eczema. It's so bad, hence why I color correct so much. Don't focus on this part of my face. Yes, I look a little crazy, but whatever. Y'all look crazy too. Don't judge me. Quarantine got us all real comfortable, okay? Like I said, I put primer all over my face first. That's the first step I do for all my makeup. And then I use some powder. This is the Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder. It doesn't really matter what powder you use. As long as it's more mattifying, then it should be fine. Or I like this RCMA powder. I haven't used it in a while. I used it last week after like a long time. And I was like, I remember why I liked you. It's like $13 online. You just Google it. RCMA, no color powder. Everybody can use that powder. It looks intimidating because it's stark white, but it works good, trust me. The darkest people have used that and they don't get flashbacks. So, but what I like to do is like to take some powder. Now I'll take a sponge and powder my brows. You don't need to put this much powder. I grabbed a little too much, but just powder on top of your brows because they're too wet sometimes and they make your eyebrows greasy over time, like as your day goes on. So I like to put powder on my eyebrows first because I like to use pencils right now. This helps you be able to put on that pencil better. It makes it more precise, makes it show up better. If your eyebrows are like all greasy and wet, you're gonna want to put that powder on just so the pencil or whatever product you choose to use is gonna go on easier. I'm gonna show you how I clean up my eyebrows as well today. And I use different things for, you know, whatever I decide at the time. But you know, y'all know the simple eyebrow razor you can get from the beauty supply store. I think this is the Ardell one. And you know, just whatever, any of these. I like the smaller ones for my eyebrows. I like to use tweezers to pluck, you know, if I want them to last longer. I'll use some tweezers. So it's whatever I'm in the mood for that day. This is the easiest one. If you're just learning how to do your eyebrows, you might want to use this first because you might not be ready for the tedious work and the pain that comes with tweezers. If you've never had your hairs plucked from the root, like from threading or waxing, you might not be ready for tweezers. So yeah, this is the easiest thing to do. But the only thing about using a razor is that it's going to grow back fast. Like, it's like when you shave your legs, it's the same thing. Your leg hair grows back so fast. It's going to be the same thing with your eyebrows. It's just something quick and easy to use just to go ahead and get that off so I can go ahead and about my day. Another thing that I use to clean up my brows are these scissors. I have little purple scissors that you can get these like in manicure sets, and those little sets you can get from wherever, and they usually come with these little cuticle scissors. I like to use these little scissors to cut off, you know, trim down my eyebrow hairs, the ones that I don't need to plug but they just need to fall in line. Okay, so when you clean up your eyebrows, you, like I said in my other video for eyeliner, you want to make sure you get a mirror that is normal, hey, on one side and magnified on the other. So yeah, you can flip, it flips. This is only $12.99 at TJ Maxx. You can get this at Marshall's, wherever. But this one has 5 times magnification on it, and you want to use something like this so you can really see what you're doing. And sometimes, like when you're plucking, you can't see all the hairs that are there because they're like more fine. You're gonna want to turn your mirror to the side so you can see from the side if there's any hair sticking out, and pluck them, or you know, hit it with the razor. Either way, yeah, get you a good mirror. That's the key to a lot of your makeup looking good, is a good mirror. I'm just gonna start with this eyebrow. Always pull my skin down so there's no loose skin that I'm about to cut on and shave over. You want it to be as stretched out as possible so it can just take it off without snagging you. Just gonna go right here and just, you know, do quick little motions like this. Don't press too hard, have it angled, like don't go directly on your skin like this. You're gonna cut yourself. Turn it just a little bit like that. Have it at like 45-degree angle. Just doop 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 doop. Since my eyebrows, like I already know what shape I want them to look like, I'm just gonna take down the stubble parts that are there. But if you don't know how to shape your eyebrows and you need help, there are, I know e.l.f., you can get them at Walmart. They have the little guides that you can use to clean up your eyebrows. And if you don't want to use these methods, you can use facial nair as well. Just follow the instructions of how to take all facial hair off with that if you need to, you know, if you want to do something like that. You see, I lift my skin up like this under my eyebrow. That'll be like near my eyelid. Get those too. They all matter. Get them off. Look at that. And don't be worried about these hairs right here. They're gonna get cut. So I do the bottom part of my eyebrows usually first. And don't forget about these unibrow hairs right here. Sometimes they be a little stubborn, so I get some tweezers. These are ones you can get from Kroger for like $1 and some change. And these are some Revlon ones I got from my job at TJ Maxx. These are only a couple dollars for these. I just got them because they're really cute. Just get you a good pair of tweezers. Grab it from the root. Usually pulling on the skin with this part helps too. But you just want some with some pretty skinny prongs, so the end that like clasp good to pull them. So if you want to use tweezers, go ahead. It lasts longer because you're pulling it from the, you're pulling your hair off from the root. So it's like a wax, but it takes longer. If you don't know how to clean up your eyebrows, just go get them threaded or something. Find you a good thread lady or wax lady or man, you know, whatever, whoever, that can do your eyebrows so you can have a good foundation to start with. I'm just literally bringing everything to a line right here because I have all these like stray little pieces of stubble around here. Make sure you don't do like me and use an old razor. Get you a new clean razor when you do this, because if you don't, you can get pimples if you don't use clean razor. So don't do like me and use an old razor. And they start to get dull after a while. But if you know, don't have another one, just get some like alcohol or something to clean it off, so you're not using old bacteria on your clean skin, because you're opening it. You know, you could cut yourself sometimes with these. So be careful with, you know, the cleanliness of your razors. And don't forget these little hairs right here too. They're obnoxious. We can see them. And depending on how stubborn a hair is, you have to flip the blade sometimes. Like over here, like usually I'll just go like this, but sometimes these hairs don't want to come off, so I have to like lift my hair and go backwards on the hairs just to make sure they come off, because if you go against the hair, it's easier for it to come off than you following it. I'm gonna go ahead and start trimming the hairs that are long. You can use an eyebrow brush. You can get them, I always talk about Walmart. Walmart's my favorite store if you don't know, but Walmart, you can go near e.l.f., you can get an eyebrow brush, you can get them from where, or use a toothbrush. I don't know. Y'all know y'all from the hood. Y'all know. We use toothbrushes for everything, black girls, okay? We use them for our baby hairs, we use them for eyebrows, we use them for everything. Don't be scared. You see how like I lift my eyebrows up with the brush? Look at all those hairs that are long, way longer. They get in the way when you are trying to fill your eyebrows in. So this is a two-hand procedure, but you're gonna want to brush your hairs up and then lay your scissors flat across like this. Lay them right where you want that line for your eyebrows to be and cut. where it's uneven at. You're giving your eyebrows a lineup, as my best friend's boyfriend says. So for this part, I'm angling the scissors this way because these hairs are going this way. See, look at that on the tail. See that? Look at that. And as you do the top, you're gonna do the bottom too. Brush your hairs down. Hold the brush down. Press the brush. You hadn't noticed, I press the brush against my skin so it keep the in line. You know how when people get their hair cut, they'll keep the comb right there. They'll keep the comb there and then they'll just buzz it right where it needs to go. Yeah, you're gonna do that with this side, with this eyebrow cutting. You're gonna keep the brush pressing onto your face so the hairs stay still while you cut them, and brush off the excess that's falling off as you go. My tails are like a little bit more harder because they just don't want to flow like the rest of my eyebrow does, but that's fine. That's what makeup is for. Look at all them hairs that's out of place. You tried it. Snip, snip. Goodbye. Could they look better? Maybe. But they don't look bad. They ain't the worst you ever seen. Trust me, y'all, I'm not an expert. I just do what I know. And I know I can clean it up with makeup if need be. But like I said, they ain't the worst eyebrows you have seen in your life. So, and people have definitely been DMing me and telling me in person they want to see this video. So if you don't like it, then get mad at them, okay? And if you need to thin out some parts of your eyebrows, do that. You can use the scissors to thin parts of your eyebrows out that are a little too thick, like thicker than the other parts of your eyebrows. You can do that. So keep that in mind. And if you have some hairs that you don't have time to get rid of and they stubborn, lash glue. Lash glue, sis. Use it. You can apply some onto your eyebrow, let it get a little tacky, and brush it into place. I'm giving you the deets. I'm giving you the plug. So there's no excuse why you should be walking around with crazy looking eyebrows, okay? All right. When I'm done, you should have powdered your brows after I clean them up, but I'm gonna powder them again because I kind of did things out of order, but whatever. Like I said, today I'm gonna use a pencil, and I'm gonna show you the pencils that I like so far. This Urban Decay brow beater. This is the microfine brow pencil and brush. It's in the shade dark, and it comes in this packaging. I had gotten this from TJ Maxx for like $7.99 a couple months ago. This brow pencil is bomb. Like I said, got it from TJ Maxx, way cheaper price than you going to Sephora and getting it, so keep that in mind. But it's a good brow pencil. I do like the Maybelline brow pencil, the Brow Precise pencil, and this is a micro pencil as well. I like skinny pencils, so I can make brow hair strokes. So yeah, this is in the shade Black Brown, and I just ran out of this. I had gotten this from my job too for $2.99, but it's like $8 at Walmart. This brow pencil is so bomb. Like, you're gonna get some really good brows with this one. I'm gonna try out this e.l.f. one today to see how I like it, because this is just for demonstrational purposes, showing you what I like to use. The pomade that I love to use that everybody I'm sure knows about is the Anastasia Dip Brow. Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow is bae. It's gonna last you forever. It's $18, and that might seem expensive to people for a brow product, but it's gonna last you like well over a year. You don't need much. A little goes a long way with that product, so use it sparingly. Don't go crazy with it. I love Dip Brow, and it's waterproof, so get you some if you are into pomades. Another eyebrow product that I discovered is e.l.f. This is the Lock On Liner and Brow Cream, and this is in the shade Espresso, and I've used the crap out of this stuff. I like to use this. It's not as good as Dip Brow to me, with the creaminess of it, but it's good still if you need something, you know, cheap and you need to fill in your eyebrows. But whatever product you want to use today, use it. I'm not telling you what to use. Everybody likes what they like. I know NYX has a good eyebrow pencil I used to use. All their eyebrow products are pretty good. Yeah, just do your research, because not all eyebrow products are created equally. I'm going to use this e.l.f. brow pencil. This is the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. Oh, and this is in the shade Brunette. So I'm just going to take the brush and brush out my hairs. And then I like to take, like when I'm doing my eyebrows, I do little small strokes. I do the bottom first, and I like a slight arch, like I said earlier, in my eyebrows. So I go from here, I start here real light, and then as it goes out to my tail, I like to make it a little bit darker. So it's going to be like a gradient effect. This should be the lightest part of your eyebrows, and this should be the darkest. So you don't want Sharpie brows now, ladies, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, please listen to me. No Sharpie brows in 2021. Thank you. We will overcome this. It's still Black History Month. We shall overcome. I'm gonna do real light strokes, make a real light line. I'm just reinforcing what is already there. I'm just making it more neat and filling in sparse areas, because you know I have sparse areas all through here. Yeah, I'm just following the curve of my eyebrow. You see how like they're straight, but they have just a slight curve near the arch of my eyebrow. And the tail, just, you know, little one. You don't want to look like McDonald's arches. That's not the move. If you let your friends walk out the house looking like that, you're fake, okay? I tell you, I'm like, baby, come on. If I know you, I'm helping you. Come on. Don't do that to yourself now. Now, we're going to do the same thing to the top. I'm going to start right here. I leave this little section right here of my eyebrows alone. Okay, now unless you just ain't got no eyebrows, leave them alone. Or you need to fill in a couple sparse hairs like I like to do right here. You use a light hand right here. Don't be putting big harsh lines in this little section of your eyebrows, okay? Leave it alone. Let them be great, all right? Because once you start getting crazy, that's when you start looking like Sharpie brows and blocky brows that nobody likes. You look scary. I'm here to tell you, stop doing that. Don't do that. So I'm just following the line where my eyebrows stop. I do it just slightly above, just slightly. You see, it's just slightly above my natural hairs. I don't go making different eyebrow shapes. That's when you just look crazy, because we can see your hairs through that, just FYI. So you're just going to take it just slightly above, and then I'm just gonna curve where my other curve is and just meet it at the bottom and extend that line down just a little bit. Just whoop, whoop, whoop. Take little strokes as you go. Don't press too hard if you have a dark pencil, because you don't want to look scary. Make your eyebrows look as natural as possible if that's what you're going for. But you know, some people like them Instagram brows. I like a happy medium. Brush as you go. If it's too harsh, you know, take your brush, blend it out, keep everything in order. You know, just get a feel as to what direction you want to go as you're placing your eyebrow hair. That's why you don't want to go too fast. Do light strokes, keep going. You're almost there. Be real careful with this hump part though. You don't want it to get too what's that girl name? No wire hangers. That actress, what was her name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Insert clip.
Oh, wire hangers! What's wire hangers doing in this closet when I told you no wire hangers ever?
Wait a damn minute.
You don't want to look like her. You want your eyebrows to look normal. Just with slight arch. Just keep checking as you go. Make sure they're even. Make sure they're as thick as each other. They're lined up. So we ain't even filled in the tails and all that yet. Our eyebrows already looking good. I was too busy looking good. If you don't know that reference, we can't be cool. We just can't. I'm sorry. Even if we were friends before, I might not claim you anymore if you don't know what that's from. Like, who are you? I'm going to go ahead and take real fine strokes, just lightly filling in the gaps that I had in my brows right there. I don't really fill in these parts too much because my hairs, they're not sparse through here. I just literally just barely touch my skin through here, so the colors are cohesive. If your eyebrow pencils the different, like slightly different color than your hairs, so I just take real fine strokes, make my own brow hair strokes, and just blend it out. Flip a brush upside down or whatever, just blend it out. Little details make a difference. Okay, so for concealer, now you can use concealer, you can use foundation, whatever you're comfortable with. I just realized my brows are still hanging. Oh my gosh, this happens every video, I swear. Or I'm taking pictures, my brows are in the way. Whatever, y'all grown, y'all know what brows look like. I like to use concealer personally, but I do use foundation sometimes if I'm not really wearing makeup that day and I need to clean them up and I don't have time to use micellar water and a Q-tip. I use the Sephora foundation real lightly. You do not need a lot of product, you know, if you're not wearing makeup that day. Don't use concealer that is not the same color as you. Usually if I'm using concealer and I'm wearing a full face, I'm going to use the concealer in the shade of like what I'm going to highlight under my eyes with. So don't be using these bright colors and you out here looking casket sharp. Don't say I didn't warn you, okay? So use a concealer that's the same color as your skin if you're not putting on a full face of makeup. Another tip, if your eyebrow hairs are not really cleaned up like that, when I color correct, you can put you a little bit on top of that stubble so you can't read those dark hairs through your makeup. So if you need something to cover up those dark hairs that may still be there, use some color corrector on top of that part under your brows. I got you. I like to use this Juvia's Place concealer. It's a pretty yellow undertoned concealer. They have a whole bunch of concealers to choose from, so I like that concealer. This NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer is good. It's pretty mattifying, so this is good for making sure your eyebrows aren't greasy. Everybody knows Old Faithful, LA Girl Pro Concealer, and don't judge this color. I know this is not my color. It's not matte, but it's not dewy either. It's like a good balance between the two. So yeah, this is a good concealer. Like I said before, this is real dirt cheap. If you pay more than $5 for it, you're being robbed. So go find this concealer. It's good. I'm going to be using my Juvia's Place concealer. I like to use a real thin, like almost like an eyeshadow brush, real super thin brush that's rounded. I like to use, like some people like to use angled brushes. I used to use angled brushes to clear my brows. It just doesn't work for me anymore. I can't get into the curve of my eyebrow good enough with an angled brush. I'm just gonna take a little bit. Don't put too much concealer on your brush because it can spread while you're sculpting your brows and it's hard to get concealer out of your brows. I always start applying like product right where my arch is. And I just, you know, kind of do just little, like how you did your eyebrows with little light little strokes, you're gonna do that with this too, at least on the bottom. You know, you're gonna use the point of this. You see this brush is more curved and it comes to a point. I like to use the point of this brush to get into those real precise areas right where I'm making the line. And you're gonna see I like to, you know, make sure everything is dragged down, blend it out. I'm gonna use the other side, these angles of the brush, to lay flat and drag down next to that tail. See? So then I'm gonna use the point of that brush again. I like to start in the arch, bring it down to the tail, and then I use the leftover concealer with the head of my brow. Now with the top of my brow, I take literally the littlest bit of concealer, like little bit. So I barely touch my face. I like to paint little extra sketch marks on top where I'm about to carve it out at, but I use very little. So there you see ain't nothing on the brush no more. I'm going to use just very little. And this part, I like do the same movements right here, where like at the top of the brow the flat part is, but once it gets to that curve, I'm doing one stroke, because once you start doing this is when your curve gets messed up and you're going to keep having to fix it. Don't be scared, just go ahead and just draw it, okay? Just drag it out like this, just a little bit over the hump. Make sure all of that is precise. And then right here, I drag it down. I just blend out the edges and go on about my way. I don't want no problems, officer, okay? Blend out this part in the front, but that's it. If you need to tweak it a little bit, do that. But you don't want too much product near the top of your brows, because that's when it gets messed up. Okay, so like I said, paint your little marks where they need to go. Get all the the product off your brush when you do those swipes. Make sure it's all off the brush before you start carving. And I'm using the angles of this brush, the side right here, and I'm turning it like this. I use more of the tip of the brush for that little arch right there, and then go back to that angle side for the rest of this. Just do, like I said, that one whoop down and just blend it out. If you need to, you can use that brush I used for a color corrector, because this is a really good dense brush to buff out the edges so there's no lines of demarcation from your concealer. I will say that pomade is a little bit easier if you need to fix your eyebrows and go back and add a little bit more product. Pomade is a little bit easier to touch up with, because pencil, you have to press and touch that concealer directly on there, and sometimes it's just not gonna work. Let me show y'all how them eyebrows look. But that's it. That's all I do. Nothing too complicated. It's just mainly the cleanup part that's, you know, can be a little bit more tedious. Oh, and like I said in my face makeup tutorial, you can use bronzer at the head of your eyebrows too, because that's what I do. Put it at the head of your eyebrows if you can't get them to get that gradient effect. Yeah, that's another tip. If you didn't see that video, which you should go watch right now, do that. Handle that. Thank you. I was gonna come back with a full face. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. I don't have time. I hope that this tutorial was helpful to you guys. I've been asked to do this for a long time, so I hope that this is good. Y'all better watch this video. The people that's been harassing me, y'all better watch this video. I hope it was in enough detail. Let me know if you have any questions. Ask them down below, or DM me or text me, whatever. People that got my number. Like I said, this is mainly my friends and family that watch the channel anyway, so y'all have my number. It ain't changed. Text me, call me, whatever. We'll figure it out. We gonna have y'all looking good out here. This is it. So y'all just gonna take this bare face and just be cool with it. All right. So y'all stay safe, be blessed, stay prayed up, drink your water, keep your mask on, put it over your nose, wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, get into it, keep it on your hands, wash your hands when you leave the bathroom, you nasty. Subscribe, like, comment, do all of that. We're trying to hit 50 at least. We're at like 48 right now, I think. Let's hit 50 and then move on to 100 subscribers. I'm trying to hit goals, y'all. It's free. So you can go ahead and just hit subscribe and hit the bell too, so you'll know when I upload. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you in the next tutorial. I might be doing a clothing haul, so be on the lookout for that. I'm thinking about it. I don't know, I'm a little scared, so we'll see. But yeah, thank you guys again, and I love you all. See you in the next video. Bye.